Act 3, Scene 4. Now, if you remember in the last scene, Scene 3, when Othello is having a headache, Desdemona tries to help him, and in the process, she drops a handkerchief. Now, this handkerchief is taken up by Emilia, which she gives to her husband Iago. Now, Desdemona is upset about losing a handkerchief, but Emilia pretends she knows nothing about it. Now, here we find a great lapse in, you can say, the loyalty of Emilia towards Desdemona. Emilia should have, at this moment, told Desdemona. If she had probably told Desdemona, the tragic ending would never have happened. Othello comes in acting strangely and asks to borrow the handkerchief. Now, Othello, out of the blue, asks for the handkerchief. The handkerchief telling her there's magic in the web of it, and he tells a lot many details about the handkerchief to the audience as well as, of course, he has already told Desdemona. She tries to make him talk about Cassio. Now, Desdemona tries to divert him and talk about Cassio, but Othello is determined about the handkerchief. But he keeps talking about the handkerchief until he walks off and she is left confused. Now, since Othello knows that the handkerchief is with Cassio, he keeps on goading Desdemona to tell him about the handkerchief, and this makes Desdemona totally confused, and he just walks away. Now here, Desdemona does not know what has happened. Why is Othello behaving in this manner? Iago returns with Cassio, and hearing Othello was upset, Iago leaves to find him. Now Iago comes back with Cassio and comes to know that Othello has been terribly upset. So Iago finds that this is a one more opportunity to goes to find Othello. Desdemona thinks affairs of state must have puddled his clear spirits. Now, she cannot even dream that I have done anything. So, she thinks that maybe some matter of the state has confused, or maybe Othello is or disturbed over all this, and that is why it has puddled his clear spirits. Emilia thinks he is jealous, but Desdemona says, I never gave him cause. Emilia says that maybe he's jealous, but Desdemona says that because Desdemona is innocent, she has never done anything wrong. She says, I have never given him cause. They leave, and Bianca, a woman who is in love with Cassio, arrives. Cassio gives her the handkerchief, saying, I found it in my chamber, and asks her to copy the design. Now, Cassio is already involved with a lady called Bianca, and this lady, when she comes to meet Cassio, Cassio gives her the handkerchief, saying that I found it in my chamber. It's a beautiful design, so why don't you copy it? Desdemona's fatal plan to restore Cassio continues because she is not aware of the ethic fury in the fury he changed in Othello. Now Desdemona's fatal plan to restore Cassio continues. She keeps on pleading to Othello about Cassio. The handkerchief becomes symbolic of a prophetic fury linked with lost or preserved love. Now this handkerchief is playing a very strong role, and it is acting as, you can say, one of the villains, one of the proofs, and this is really going to change the whole idea of the drama. The scene shows in sharp contrast the simplicity of Desdemona and the subtle cunning of Iago. Now, in this particular scene, we can feel the good and the evil. The good is Desdemona, who, out of love and affection for Cassio, is trying to plead the case with Othello, and you have the cunning of Iago, who is not keeping any tables unturned to create some kind of a mischief, some kind of a jealousy, some kind of a planning against Desdemona in the mind of Othello.